Welcome to Front Page Index. My name is Alex Dadig. The Iranian Revolution has launched an uprising against the current regime unlike any the nation has seen. While the world is watching, the internet in Iran is shut off, government buildings are set on fire, and statues are torn down. But most concerning of all is the complete media blackout, with only a few occasional videos showing people being killed in the streets or lying side by side, zipped up in body bags. The United States has deployed military forces to the Middle East, while President Trump has warned the current regime he will act if the killing of Iranians continues.
But I've left notification, anything ever happens, we're going to blow the whole country is going to get blown up.
Front Page Index spoke with Mr. Roozbeh Farahanipour, CEO of the West Los Angeles Chamber of Commerce. Based in Los Angeles, where he is a prominent member of civic engagement in Westwood, Mr. Farahanipour's message for Iranians seeking transition to secularism and democracy carries with it a personal experience in the fight for his own freedom. Mr. Farahanipour was part of the 1999 Iranian student revolution, fighting the oppressive Iranian regime being forced out of power now. He became a target himself, having to flee the country seeking political asylum in the United States after being arrested and sentenced to death by the Islamic Republic's Revolutionary Court. Having written extensively about the oppressive regime in Iran and having been covered by major news outlets over the years, Mr. Farahanipour seems especially concerned about what is currently taking place.
In the recent history, we didn't see this kind of the massacre of the people that was worse than any other dictatorship country. In 48 hours, they killed tens of thousands of the people on a street all over the country. And this time, they didn't even shy to admit it. When they want to try to turn the body of the people who they got killed by the regime, they collect the bullet money from the family members this time. That's how this regime operates, how this regime try to stay in the power. This is really sad and really heartbroken, but at the same time, the people shows not only to the regime, to international community, the people are separate from the Islamic Republic of Iran. The people, I think, the revolution this time, the people in the war against the Islamic Republic. That's a war between Iranian people and Islamic Republic who occupied the country. I feel like that's even no foreign nation can kill this much people on the short period of time. Even the number of the people the Islamic Republic killed in 48 hours, that was more than people who got killed in 12 days war between Iran and Israel. So that was really heartbroken, and I don't know how the international community wants to react, how the people from the different part of the world can support Iranian people. But the things are no, if we want to talk local, we have lots of the rule and law in place about sanction, divestment, and money laundering. The government, local, city, county, state, and federal needs to put all politics aside and enforce these laws and make sure the law enforcing these laws, and make sure they cut the hands of the Islamic Republic and their lobbyists from our city and our state, and make sure at least the people here, they can be voice of the voiceless people in other side of the globe.
So in your mind, how do you replace what is going on there now? Is the supreme leader that's there now, is he vulnerable enough to be taken down and replaced by the Shah, who seems to be the first one in line, the most popular?
When I was leading the uprising in 1999 in Iran, our generation was the first generation after decades to chant death to the dictator and death to the Khamenei on the street of Tehran. But this time, that was mass all over the country. The people unified, chanting the same thing. But the problem is the Khamenei, they don't want to leave the country, even with the cost of the killing the 100,000 Iranian people. I think the people in Iran at the moment, they need to be unified to bring the regime down. And then they're going to think who is going to be replaced with this regime. We have many educated people, many people who can run the country. They can become part of the transitional government inside the country and outside. So everybody can have a role in the future of Iran. I don't want to decide for the people inside Iran who they want to pick as their next leaders, but I want to, at the moment, leave it the only goal the people should have to overthrow this regime instead of lobbying who is going to be the next leader. The main thing is the people need to target the Islamic Republic and bring it down. And whoever the people wants to be the next leader, I'm sure that's going to be the ally with the West.
So do you think the United States needs to intervene at this point? Do you think we are at that pivotal point where that is necessary?
On human rights issues and on the revolution, I think the foreign intervention, they could help the people of Iran. I think the time frame is over. But the people, the US government, they can put the pressure on international community to isolate the Islamic Republic, close and shut all of the diplomatic relation with the Islamic Republic in European countries. And as a President Trump likes to put a tariff on the different countries, he can put a tariff on the countries to continue, keep the relationship with the Islamic Republic. With any ways they could isolate them, they're going to escape the military interaction with the Islamic Republic. And the people of Iran, they can finish the job as long as all over the West and the modern countries, they can be unified and isolate the regime. They cut the business and relationship with them, cut the diplomatic relationship with them, and make sure the sanction and international resolution be enforced against the regime.
Well, that's a very tall order and a very tough time for the people of Iran. So the creed issue, do you see Iran going back to becoming more like Persian again rather than how it is now?
For many years, the people, day by day, under the ruling of the Islamic regime in Iran, they realize they need to believe in their own historical identity. They realize they are not Arab. They are not people who can be fundamental Islamists. The people more become secular and they believe in separation of the mosque and state in Iran. And even this time we saw, even in Tehran, capital of Iran only, during the demonstration, the people put a fire on the 25 mosques. That was the first time in the 47 years in the history of the resistance from Iranian people. People attack the religious organization institution in Iran because they know because of them they live in the poverty. They should have the very smart and genius to make the Iranian people poor. With all of the resources the people have, with all of the things that people can create to become part of the international community, the regime make the people on the corner, and the national currency, the worth of the national currency, even at the Google, becomes zero. That's the lowest in entire lifetime of Iranian national currency. The real Iranian real is worth zero on the Google at the moment.
Iran is presently in a state of economic collapse, which is a unique opportunity for a regime change, though more challenging but perhaps similar to the removal of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro, or perhaps by comparison, former president of Iraq Saddam Hussein. One thing is for certain. The clock is ticking on Iran, and the Trump administration is ready to step in at any moment. From the front lines of America's leading political news and opinion, I'm Alex Stadig with Front Page Index, current events, law, crime, and politics for you.